that's like normal for them. I want you to know it's not normal. But no one else to know except you when I'm walking around. Continue this reading, and I can't wait to see what else happens. And I feel like sometimes I'm guilty also of portraying that. Hello everyone, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Sarah. Welcome to another fun reading vlog for the year of 2025. We are going to be doing a mood reading vlog for an entire week. I always love mood reading vlogs. Sometimes I feel like I have a lot of pressure to read through my TBR. Doing like a mood reading week is just good to like sort of reset. And if I am in a book slump or anything like that, just remind me why I love reading. That is reading books that I am just in the mood for, which sounds like not that crazy of a concept, but I feel like in the past like year or so, the booktube community, it's just been a lot of pressure to read like certain books, because like if you don't read books that are really popular, then you'll hear spoilers, and no one wants that. There's like a lot of pressure around some of like the book readings in today's booktube community. Also, TikTok got banned for like 12 hours. Can we talk about that? That was literally like less than 24 hours. I went to sleep, I woke up and I was like, oh, it's banned. Notifications everyone got like, sorry, this is banned in the United States, blah, blah. And I was like, oh, that sucks. But people were like crashing out about it, and then like 12 hours later, it was back online. Like, are you kidding me? So dramatic, America, so dramatic. Now that book talk is back, there are gonna be more spoilers for a lot of upcoming books. Onyx Storm is about to come out when I'm filming this, and I just know that that's a book I'm gonna have to read right away, or else I'm gonna see so many spoilers. Anyway, I digress. We are going to be mood reading for a week. It is Monday. I actually started this video yesterday on Sunday. I only read a couple chapters, but that's okay. This mood reading is also going to be like no pressure. Like if I only want to read 2 chapters of a book a day because I'm just so busy, that's fine. Sunday. Today is Monday. I woke up a few hours ago and I came into my library to figure out what I want to pick up. I think, honestly, I want to read more of Wretched. This is Wretched. This is the book that I started reading yesterday. We're on chapter 14, Evelina, and it is the 3rd book in Emily McIntyre's Ever After series. It's a dark romance series and very spicy, so content warning for that. This really proves my point of what a lot of people have been saying. Books are like a wine cellar, is what I've heard. You just have to put it on your shelf and wait till you're in the mood for that book, because you might not be in the mood for it for a year down the line. And guess what? That's exactly what happened with Wretched. And you know what kickstarted this is Wicked. Wicked coming out, because this is the, you know, a dark, fractured fairy tale of Elphaba, the Wicked Witch in The Wizard of Oz. The fact that Wicked is all over the place now, it made me want to finally pick this up. We are doing it. We're gonna read some Wretched today. Hello everyone, it is Thursday. Have not recorded anything for the past 2 days. I am just starting recording today at like 5:43 at night. It has been a week. It's been a week, y'all. I wanted to update our mood reading vlog. It's actually crazy that I started this on Sunday and now it's Thursday and I haven't read a single other chapter of literally anything. I haven't even listened to an audiobook. Like, the mood reading has not been mood reading. Do you know what I mean? I don't know. Like, I consider just like fully scrapping this whole entire vlog because it's like what's a reading vlog if you're literally not reading? I also had like some weird allergic reaction to my makeup today, so I rage took it all off, so I have no makeup on. It's just been a bit of a struggle, y'all. I want to do some reading today. I feel like I was considering like scrapping the whole vlog, but then I thought about it, and I'm like, that's kind of why I love mood reading vlogs so much sometimes. It's because sometimes if that's all they do, like if they're like a full-time creator or something like that, then they read a ton of books because that's literally their job. But when I watch like mood reading vlogs of people that have like other full-time jobs, like I have like an actual full-time job, I do YouTube just like as like a side thing, I see that they read a lot more books, and that I want that to be normalized, okay? I want it to be normalized that you don't read a whole ton of books all the time, and that's okay. I was considering making this like a realistic reading week in my life, but it's honestly not as realistic. A lot of stuff happened in the past couple of days just personally, and so that's why I haven't been reading. So it's not even like a realistic reading day in my life, because it's not the typical reading or realistic reading week in my life, because it's not typical. I think I decided I am going to continue it. This is like truly a mood reading thing. We are only reading when we are in the mood to read, and that's the whole point. So then I was like, why am I putting so much pressure on myself? This is literally a mood reading vlog. It's just because I have not been in the mood lately. Does not mean that I'm gonna scrap this whole entire video. I'm gonna put you on this tripod because it makes my life a whole lot easier when you're on the tripod. 1,000 times better. So that's my little rant about whether or not I wanted to put too much pressure on this mood reading vlog or not. But I feel like I also wanted to, like one of my New Year's resolutions was to not put that much pressure on myself. Like if there is time, there's time. If there's not, there's not, and that's okay. And I want you to know that's okay too, because it is. Like for you, if you have a full-time job, I feel like sometimes, this has turned into like a soapbox rant. When we see like book talk and booktube, like when it's gotten so popular lately, you see people reading like 5 books a week. Sometimes 5 books in like 5 days. And that's like normal for them. I want you to know it's not normal to read that much. They do it because it's their job, and that's amazing for them. You can just enjoy reading in your leisure time. So, Simba agrees. Hi! Oh, he's waiting. He didn't know where I was. I bet he's gonna come up onto this blanket. Let's watch. Hi! Here he comes. This is his favorite blanket. He comes on the blanket every time, and he does that little meow that you just heard to be like, oh, where are you, Mom? I'm gonna keep reading our book, Wretched. I think I am actually going to start another book as well. We are on chapter 15 of Wretched. I don't even think I described what this book is about. I think I said it was a fractured fairy tale, and it's reimagining of the Wizard of Oz story, and the main character is Evelina, but it's supposed to be like the Wicked Witch, you know? Because it's like a contemporary reimagining. She's in like an illicit business. They incorporate poppies into it. Like, I love these types of books by Emily McIntyre because there's just so many little Easter eggs, and like her science experiment, so to say, is poppies, and that's like her thing that she's involved in here. And then she meets Nicholas, who's supposed to be the Tin Man, so he's like an undercover DEA agent. So it's an interesting dynamic, and I love the little call-outs to Wizard of Oz. We're gonna be more of this with little Simba. And he's gone because I'm scared. Come back. It's okay. You can come back. It's okay. Hello everyone and good morning. Welcome to Friday. It's the end of the week, thank gosh. I wanted to update you a little bit from yesterday and what we're going to be doing for the rest of our reading vlog. But first, I want to make coffee. I feel like I have mastered my at-home coffee using just my Mr. Coffee. And I want to show you how we're doing it. I recorded a clip literally last year and I never posted it, but this is my ultimate coffee recipe. Before we get into our Christmas reading, I have to make a cozy Christmas drink. I have been loving making this super festive iced coffee. And I did take the inspiration from Starbucks. So this is like leftover coffee that I made. I always make like a big pot when I do make coffee, and then I save the rest for iced coffee. Ice, whipped cream, and some red dye 40, of course. I'm actually feeling caramel today, so we're gonna do our pumpkin spice one. Still festive enough, I feel. Oh, forgot the oat milk. This is my favorite oat milk that I always use for my coffee. Creamer of choice. Because we put caramel, I'm gonna use pumpkin spice, but no one else to know except you when I'm walking around that it's not a holiday flavor. And then the fun part, this is just from Target, whipped dairy topping, which I think is whipped cream. I couldn't find something that actually said whipped cream, so I'm assuming that that's what this is. I love it. And then we need our sprinkles. I have been trying to actually stay away from red dye 40 just because I feel like it contributes to the migraines I get, but this is such a small amount. We'll see. I'll keep you updated if it gives me a migraine. It's so cute! So good. I swear, I like my homemade coffee so much better than the coffees I get out, which is why I always make it. I feel like this looks like I literally got it at Starbucks. Now we're ready to go read. Okay, so I did like exactly the same thing for this. The only thing I excluded was the whipped cream because I don't have any more whipped cream. I need to go shopping, but we are done with my at-home coffee. I'm obsessed with it. So I ended up reading some of the Cinnamon Bun Bookstore. That book is just so easy to read. I do feel like there's something with the Lauren Gilmore books where I think that it's just like sometimes it's a little bit harder to read. It's like not as, I don't want to sound mean, I'm not like an editor, but it's not as like well written. I don't know, like it's not, you know what I mean? Like it's just like, it's a romance book and the romance is fine. It's nothing like amazing and special, but I am reading it because it's a fun, cozy world to dive into. And then I also got a little bit further with Wretched. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna read a little bit more of the Cinnamon Bun Bookstore while I drink my coffee, and then I really want to start another book today. Even if I don't finish those two books, I want to start another book because I am behind on my like reading schedule for that book. Let's get reading. Everyone, good morning. It is very early in the morning. Not very early, but it's like 9:15 in the morning. My boyfriend's still asleep, so that's why we're being a little bit quieter than usual, but hopefully you can still hear me. It's actually Saturday. Hi. I didn't plan for this mood reading vlog to go for 7 days. I only planned it really for 5 days, but it ended up going for 7 days simply because I have not been reading that much. And it feels weird to post a reading vlog when I haven't really been reading. Like, what's a reading vlog without the reading? But then I realized I did read. I just didn't read the amount that I usually read in my reading vlogs, which is like 2, 3, 4 books sometimes. I feel like just because I didn't read that many books, like, or rather finish that many books, that it's a mood reading vlog for a reason. And sometimes that's just how life works. Like, you plan to read a lot one week, you plan to have nothing to do, and then just everything comes piling on. It just so happens that reading gets put to the back burner, and that's why it is a mood reading vlog. I just think that it's good to show the side of booktube where it's like you're not reading 4 books in a week. And I feel like sometimes I'm guilty also of portraying that a normal person with a full-time job can read 4 books in a week in my other reading vlogs. Here's still a little bit wet. I actually wanted to try a little body doubling with you today. So that is one thing that I've been loving as well. Code is here. I either put in an ambiance video or a body doubling reading video, and it's just nice to do it otherwise mundane activities like cleaning, organizing, resetting with like someone else doing it with you. So I want to do a little bit of a body doubling. We're gonna just do it for 7 minutes. I don't know, when I was thinking about how long we could do the body doubling for, I was like 5 minutes seems too short, 10 minutes seems too long. So we're gonna do 7 minutes. Basically what we're gonna do, I'm just gonna put in an ambiance video and I'm gonna read my book. We're gonna have a timer going for 7 minutes and we're gonna have some calming music in the background and we're just gonna read together. Let's just do some reading together this morning. timer has gone off. I read one chapter of Once Upon a Broken Heart. Throughout this video, I have been reading these two books, which is This One Bum Bookstore and Wretched. I do like these books, but I wanted to start another book as well. So we read Once Upon a Broken Heart. Today we got to the first chapter. It is a series that I've been meaning to read for so long. It is on my January TBR, so I was excited to finally get into it. It's that same writing that I know and love from Stephanie Garber with her Caraval series, where it's very like fairy tale-esque and sort of like she gives feelings and meanings to inanimate objects. Like this said several times, like the door, the bells know a lot more than people think they know. Like today's bells are good at this and notice this. And it's just like, I like the way that she does it. It's very imaginative and I feel like it really does suck me into the story. I am happy to continue this reading and I can't wait to see what else happens. We have met our main character, Evangeline Fox. We have only gotten to chapter 2 in our 7 minutes, which was worked out pretty perfectly. So we are on part 1, the tale of Evangeline Fox. Basically what we've just found out so far is that she is going to the Prince of Hearts temple to heal her broken heart. Someone that she loves is supposed to be marrying someone else. So she came to the Prince of Hearts like church to try and get help from him to stop this wedding, and that's all we know so far. I think that it is a very good premise. It's like an action-y right away premise and I'm excited to keep reading this. And then as for our other 2 books, if I have finished it by the time that I posted this video, then I will put their ratings here, but if I have not, then we're just going to talk about where I'm at in these books. So we did kind of talk about a little bit like This One Bum Bookstore. This is the story of Hazel and Noah. Noah's a fisherman. Hazel is she works at a bookstore and she's very prim is like not the right word, but she doesn't like to get dirty. She doesn't like to be outside. She just prefers to be inside with her plants, books, and just not do a lot of crazy stuff. And then she is, I think, 29 and she's realizing that she's turning 30 and she hasn't had a crazy 20s experience. She has this like list in her head of things that she wants to do before she turns 30 to make her feel like she had like an action-y fun 20s. And so Noah decides to help her with that. Have late nights out. They do things that are reckless. Of course there is a romance in there. It's just very cute. It's very cozy. I do like the way that their dynamic of Noah is just, he constantly travels. His job is to drive the fishing boat for tourists that come to Dream Harbor, so he's always out and about in the water, in the outdoors, and she's just not, and he's like trying to get her to be more like that. So it's like a very fun premise and I think that it's very cute and cozy. And then with Wretched, I think I talked more about this one. It's a mafia romance. I feel like I haven't read many mafia romances and it's very interesting. It's my first peek into the mafia romance and I think it's so fun. I talked about how she like grows poppies and stuff like that, and then Nick, who's supposed to be the Tin Man, is undercover trying to bust the whole operation that Evelina's family is participating in. So he's like undercover and, you know, of course feelings get involved. We're at the part where he's like, there's like a close call and he's like kind of getting deeper, not only with Evelina than he expected, but also with operation of the poppies, and he might be crossing the line where he can't go back. It's like so different from this book, so just the fact of reading these 2 books together, whiplash a little bit going from one book to another book. That like if I'm in the mood for a cozy sweet romance, I pick up Cinnamon Bun Bookstore. If I'm in the mood for a high stakes mafia romance, I pick up Wretched. And if I'm in the mood for a fantasy, I'll pick up Once Upon a Broken Heart. I feel like we have a good lineup of books that we read in this video. Let me know if you read any of these books. Thank you for coming along on this mood reading week with me. It truly was a mood reading week. This is real life. Just got busy. We didn't finish any books, but we read 3 books. Thank you so much for watching and I'll see you next time. Bye!